Okay, it's time. I'll call this meeting. Whoa. Stay away from that. Try again. I'll call the meeting to order of April 26th, the regular BOT meeting. We'll start with the thought of the day. During these trying times, I think we should remember all those who are dealing with sickness, separation, financial difficulties. So let's have a moment of silence, please. Okay, and we'll go to the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Marcy, would you please lead us today?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Brinker, can you call the roll, please?
Yes, sir. Chairman Nugent?
Oh, not yet.
Chairman.
I'm sorry, trustee Nugent.
Present?
Trustee Brent. Trustee Morrissey.
Here.
First Vice Chairman Amos.
Here.
John Coffey. Cindy. And John Kerry, our attorney. And Mackenzie's in here, and I think Matt Getz is in here also. First Vice Chair Amos, you have a quorum.
Thank you. All right, are there any additions or deletions to the agenda? Well, if none, I need a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Signify by saying aye. Motion carries. Now I need a motion to approve the agenda as presented. So I need an actual motion. I think I did that wrong.
Make that motion.
All right.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. All right, we have no presentations or proclamations. And we need an approval of the minutes. The BOT fiscal year 23 budget workshop minutes dated March 31st, 2022, and the BOT regular minutes dated April 8th, 2022. Are there any corrections or deletions needed? No. Then I need a motion to accept both sets of minutes as presented.
I'll make a motion.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Let's move on to the treasurer's report. That one me.
Me.
Mr. Nugent, will you give us the treasurer report, please?
Okay, you have the
Yes,
treasurer's
that one's
report
on.
before you. All the trustees, the copy is available for the audience. Any questions?
We'll need a motion to accept the minutes. I mean, the treasurer's report, I'm sorry. You got a motion and a second? All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, we have audience participation. We're gonna go with Jackie. Jackie, you wanna come up and say your piece here?
I'm not good at this, so. My name is Jackie Broderick.
Push down the screen button.
Hi, my name is Jackie Broderick. I'm requesting to be able to put a bench in memory of my husband Dennis Broderick. And I've talked to attorney and it would go on home number 9. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
I'll do it, it's fine.
Is there any unfinished business? I don't see any. Under new business, the first thing we do under new business is the acceptance of the donation request for Jackie. John, can you explain a little more about that?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. As resident stated, she has requested to donate a bench on hole number 9. Mr. Cruz has coordinated a spot for that. She has agreed to the cost. Staff recommends approval. Part of the motion would be to waive the 90-day clause, because there's a 90-day waiting period from when the person passed away, and accept a donation of $858.50 from Ms. Broderick for a bench on the golf course.
Can I have a motion?
I make that motion.
Okay. Second. All in favor? Aye. Bill passes. All right, moving on to the BBRD policy manual amendment, travel reimbursement rates and procurement. John, you can explain this one?
Yes, Mr. First Vice Chair. The policy manual, which will be adopted by resolution, has 2 changes to it. The first one is the travel policy. The Florida statutes has a set rate if a special district does not have a policy authorizing higher than that. And that has been within the policy since the district was created. Staff believes adopting a policy that allows us to use the GSA reimbursement and per diem and the IRS mileage rates is a more fair way to go given inflation and gasoline costs. So that's part 1. The second part is the procurement policy. Earlier this year, there had been a proposal to issue RFQs for HVAC, electrical, and plumbing to expedite repairs that exceed the current level for second quotes. At the last meeting, it was consensus of the board, instead of going through that lengthy process to increase the policy manual, what this will do is add another exception to competition, specifically just for repairs and replacement of equipment, where a vendor has previously performed similar service in a satisfactory manner as approved by the community and not to exceed $10,000 in costs. Staff recommends approval of resolution 2022-07, amending the policy manual as attached. Mr. Carey will read the resolution.
Thank you. Just gotta scroll to it. I had it on the title screen and then I scrolled away from it and gotta find it again. What page is it on, John? Do you have it in front of you? I'm sorry. I should have been
72.
Okay, thanks. All right. And this is resolution 2022-07, a resolution by the Board of Trustees of the Barefoot Bay Recreation District, providing for the adoption of a revision of the policy manual adopted May 8th, 2009, as subsequently amended through the August 13th, 2021, providing for conflicts and providing for an effective date.
Can I have a motion to accept staff's recommendation and resolution as presented?
I'll make that.
Okay, second, those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? If none, motion carries. Any comments or concerns? Okay, move on to fiscal year 22 budget amendment, 19th hole kitchen and walk-in cooler project, and mid-sized truck replacement. John, back to you.
Mr. First Vice Chair, this is housekeeping from Mr. Henry, Finance Manager. The resolution amends the budget by increasing expenditure lines using recognizing fund balance. This is for the overages of the truck and the 19th hole walk-in cooler project. Mr. Carey will read the resolution.
Yeah, I've got it ready this time. It's resolution 2022-08, a resolution of the Board of Trustees of the Barefoot Bay Recreation District, amending Resolution 2021-09, amending the budget.
Can I have a motion to accept staff's recommendation and the resolution as presented? Mr. Brinker, a second, please. Mr. Nugent, those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Any questions to this one? Okay. Let's move on to Neighborhood Revitalization Program, purchase confirmation for 855 Hawthorne Circle. John?
Yes, the NRP, or Neighborhood Revitalization Program, has a policy manual where staff, through the approval of the NRP chairman, may purchase properties exceeding 15,000 and not exceeding 25,000 without the board's prior approval, to be able to do it in secret and not disclose our maximum purchase price. On March 14th, NRP Chairman Nino authorized the purchase of 855 Hawthorne Circle for $24,900. Once the clean tile secure property will be listed for sale, which proceeds will go back into NRP project. Staff recommends BOT confirm the purchase of 855 Hawthorne Circle via the NRP.
Can I have a motion to accept staff's recommendation as presented?
I'll make a motion.
Second. Those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
No opposed, motion carries. Any questions on this one? Okay, let's go to the manager's report. Mr. Coffey, please present that.
BOT meeting video live streaming update. The vendor is scheduled to install the equipment next month, the 18th through the 20th. That'll include testing and training of staff. Assessment update for FY22, we're up to 94.4%, or just about 3.8 million. Resident relations update. The ARC meeting on the 12th, there was one old business denied, 16 consent items, 15 approved, 1 approved with stipulations, 11 other items, 8 approved, 1 with stipulations, and 2 were denied. The ARC meeting today had 1 old business, 3 consent items, all approved, 13 other items, 12 were approved, 1 was denied. The next ARC meeting was May 10th at 9 a.m. in the administration conference room. Violations meeting on the 8th, 9 cases came into compliance before the meeting, 3 were found in violation, and meeting last Friday, 5 cases came into compliance prior to the meeting, 12 cases to be found in violation. The next violations meeting is May 13th at 10 a.m. in the administration building conference room. Food and beverage, Tres de Mayo, our version of Cinco de Mayo a few days early, buffet, will be at karaoke on May 3rd from 5 to 7 p.m. This is the kickoff of the return of Taco Tuesday, Lakeside of the Lounge. So if you like your tacos and adult beverages, come join us on the 3rd, and then you can visit some neighboring businesses on the 5th. Mother's Day brunch will be on Mother's Day from 10 to 1 a.m. We get that on the same day. The variety of breakfast and lunch items, carving stations, pastries will be offered. Royal Ink will be performing from brunch from 10 to 1 p.m. and DJ Terry will be there for the street dance from 2 to 6 p.m. Property Services has been busy as ever, repainting Veterans Memorial, getting ready for Memorial Day, doing some other updates and repairs, cleaning up around East Lake. Finally got the Pool 1 heater repaired and cleaned up around the cul-de-sac around Sequoia, assembled new tables for the pavilion, spent a good time with the fire marshal inspecting all the fire extinguishers, serviced our equipment, patched a hole in the shopping center parking lot, and continue to solicit bids for various projects. The Golf Pro Shop, the picnic area scoreboard project. The scoreboard is complete. I was was happy to see Trustee Nugent didn't fall off his chair when he received that news, because he'd been watching that project closely. We are waiting on the picnic tables and the concrete pads to finish that. Ironically, for those of you who wonder about how we spend our money, picnic tables were ordered on May 6th. A week later, they were delivered, but McKinsey, our project manager for that, was out there to inspect the items as they were being offloaded on the truck. And considering every piece was damaged just about, she told them, take this, and I won't say exactly what she said, but they returned to sender. And so we're working to get items that are not broken. So sometimes there's delays for the right reason. We could have taken acceptance of broken things and tried to fix it, but we would prefer to be delayed and get our money's worth for what we pay. The greens replacement repair project, number 10 green, which will be rebuilt to USGA specs. They are getting ready to tear that up. The green is basically the grass has been in the process of being killed out, and the putting green will be repaired by ABM, and that Ernie asks you to stay away from the construction zone there until it reopens. Hours of play will expand to 7:30 for the summer hours. So, however, the pro shop will still close at 6:30, and the last carts must be in by 7. Aggressive weed killing will start early, so there'll be yellowing on the course. Summer rates went into effect May 1. The irrigation pump repair projects, multiple minor items that didn't necessarily come to the board's attention, but both pumps have been taken away one at a time and rebuilt. The last pump was reinstalled, and the pump pedestals were replaced while this was being done. May 14th, the golf course is closed until 2 p.m. to member and public play for the annual employee golf tournament. Some general information. The kitchen trailer project, if you weren't here for the town hall meeting, the unit is currently being built in the wrap design. That's the wrap around the trailer, not food items. It was recently approved by staff. One side will have a picture of the lagoon, and one side will have a picture of the beach. Brevard County, and I forwarded this to the trustees previously, a few years ago, a resident asked for flashing crosswalks, and the state, about the same time, tightened the regulations, which basically did away with the ability to put flashing lights on MECO. One of the things the county has tried on 81A is to put buckets with flags on each side, so when a person goes to walk across the road, they can take a flag and wave it to be more visible. They installed those buckets and flags recently, and within days all the flags disappeared. The county doesn't have in their budget to continuously buy new flags. They sent a request to us in MECO HOA asking us to take on this responsibility. MECO HOA basically said they didn't have the money for it. And so, although I personally recommend against taking on this additional responsibility because I don't think the flags will stay there no matter how many we buy, I seek the board's direction on this matter if you want us to take on this responsibility.
Something we do now.
No. If we don't take on this responsibility, I believe the county will remove the buckets and the flags. So is the consensus to decline the county's offer? Okay. Evergreen pay and benefits study, we anticipate that to be in our hands in the next few days, and the May 12th meeting, they will be here to make a presentation. And finally, it has come to our attention that there previously that one trustee will not be here on May 3rd for the 10 a.m. workshop. I only learned tonight another trustee won't be here on May 5th. So I seek your direction if you want to cancel one of them or have both of the meetings, since we won't have a full board Right now, we have them both scheduled.
I'd like to cancel, but
I would agree.
Gonna cancel or reschedule?
cancel.
We still need to wrap up the budget. Would you like to add that as an agenda item to the May 12th board meeting then? Or how would you like to handle
I agree.
May 12th.
May 12th to 12th.
it? Okay, so we will cancel, we'll cancel both of them, add an agenda item to the May 12th meeting. And I believe that concludes my report for now, Mr. First Vice Chair.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Coffey. Mr. Carey, can you give your attorney's report, please?
Certainly. The governor still hasn't signed or vetoed House Bill 535 yet, so keep an eye on that, because once that is signed, we'll need to bring it back to you for action and recommendation to go forward to the county commission to get approval from them, but we can't do that yet. I'm not going to go through all of the bills that impact us yet, because I want to go through it when all the members are here. But we do have a number of bills that are currently being signed. Every day brings news of new signatures. Haven't seen any vetoes yet. So we'll hold off on that, and that's all I have for tonight.
Thank you. Any incidental trustee remarks? Mr. Brecker, do you have anything? Nothing? Mr. Nugent? Mr. Morrison? I'd just like to thank everybody for being here, and thank the people that were here in the previous meeting. So now we'd like to adjourn. I need a motion for that. Mr. Morrison made a motion, second. Mr. Brecker?
I thought you knew we were fast.
Meeting's adjourned.
What time is it?
7:21.
Yeah, see, and that, not even a half an hour. Look at how fast.